With the Democratic National Convention now concluded and the race for the White House beginning in earnest, we wanted to take a look back at a week that was filled with big names and some significant moments.
Let me know in my heart when my days are through, America, America, I gave my best to you.
The only personal vanity I want to assert is I'm still younger than Donald Trump.
The first person to run for president with 34 felony convictions.
Who's going to tell him that the job he's currently seeking might just be one of those black jobs?
This weird obsession with crowd sizes.
DNC, turn out for what?
Together, let's all choose Kamala Harris.
As soon as our kids started calling her Mamala, I knew we'd be okay.
Hope, Gus, and Gwen, you are my entire world, and I love you.
I accept your nomination to be President of the United States of America. And together, let us write the next great chapter in the most extraordinary story ever told.
So that is what Democrats wanted to tell America this week. We have just over 70 days left in this campaign. Very quickly, we're running out of time here. Who has the football? Who has the edge heading into this sprint? Kate, Trump or Harris?
Hard to argue that Democrats don't have the momentum coming out of this last month, frankly, and this week. Now, then the question becomes, how do you translate that momentum? Momentum has to actually get you to getting votes in the swing states on Election Day. So it's going to be an intense couple months.
Harris or Trump?
No, we're still underdogs. But while we're in here, I'm still waiting on, I think Beyonce and Taylor Swift should be joining us.
It's happening. It's coming.
They're coming. They're joining us at any moment. We're going to keep that.
Sit here and keep
at 5 a.m. We're just going to keep waiting. We still have
And the
them.
joke will be on all them.
I have it on good authority. Any minute, I have it on good authority. Any minute. Any minute.
There was an energy in that room that Joe Biden could not have produced. Right now, Democrats have momentum, but to Bakari's point, it's just hard to see. They're underdogs.
I'm
still thinking about Pennsylvania. I think obviously Democrats are in a better spot, but I still think Trump is in a slightly better position in Pennsylvania, and the candidate that wins it is most likely going to be the president.
I don't disagree with that what you have to say about Pennsylvania. That is for sure.
Jeff, what stood out to you as your top moments from the convention? We talked about this reach to the middle. I think there was also this shift to the message of freedom from democracy, something that Joe Biden liked to talk a lot about. Kamala Harris did talk about that last night, but freedom was definitely the buzzword during this week's convention.
It definitely was, but I think overall, since this was the first convention since 2016, to me, the differences and how the 2016 campaign still hangs over all of this. And those were my top moments. Michelle Obama saying, do something.
Yeah.
I'm Michelle Obama. I'm having a call for action. Hillary Clinton, we can't let up. So I think throughout this, it was the lessons learned, no time for complacency. This is different than 2016. Of course, what has happened since then? 4 years of the Trump administration. The Harris message of joy. This is something that this joyful warrior was something that was really a through line for everything. But I think perhaps more than anything, as we looked out onto the hall and as we see voters across the country, this could be the year of the woman voter. We've talked about that a lot. It certainly was in '92, but this is a pivotal women voting year. And members of Congress, elected officials up and down the ballot, this is a time when women are coming alive here. You didn't hear Vice President Harris talking about the history-making aspect of it, but sure everyone else did.
Well, and there was that iconic image of one of her grandnieces, I think, watching all of this unfold last night. It was just such a remarkable image captured by the New York Times. Alex, some final thoughts from you on this race. Jeff, you were referring back to the convention hall. This is a very CNN moment here. We're always here when they're tearing stuff down at the end of these things.
First
and here we are.
Last to leave.
That's it, exactly. But Alex, I mean, what stands out to you as we wrap this thing up?
The last thing I will say is the race for the Democratic nomination, the next one, is already underway. This week, all the Governor Shapiro, Governor Whitmer, Governor Pritzker, they were all making the rounds at Nevada, New Hampshire, all these delegation breakfasts.
Did see that,
yeah, it's already underway. So regardless of what happens in November, be on the lookout for that.
But the question is, it's incumbent on if she wins in November, we could be 16 years away from any of them having their shot. So
100%.
That's why these are so interesting.
Yeah, and guys, also a quick thought on RFK Jr. I mean, he went from, okay, this is somebody who could make a real difference in this race because he was polling at 10%, maybe plus in some of these states. It's not that anymore. Does that make a big difference if he comes out as we expect and get behind Donald Trump today?
Look, I think on the margins, it certainly can make a difference. I've met many RFK Jr. supporters in Wisconsin and Michigan, so where they go certainly is interesting. There still are other third-party options, but there is an overlying effect with the Trump campaign, so I think it helps Donald Trump without a doubt. Is it that many voters? Perhaps not, but on the margins it could
And
matter.
you know, I mean, covering the Hillary Clinton campaign, they will tell you, Jill Stein,
for sure.
Places like Wisconsin. I mean, these margins could be so tight that it could absolutely make a difference. Alex.
Yeah, and arguably Democrats did too good of a job of tearing RFK down. They really drained his resources with all these ballot lawsuits and challenging his ballot access. He clearly saw no path forward.
He had something else to do with it, too, with the brainworms and the bear carcass. But fair enough. Alex and Jeff, great convention, guys. Thanks so much. Really appreciate it. Great coverage here.